Hello my fellow traders, happy Sunday to you all. Hope everyone is having an amazing weekend. It's your boy Andy Porter here again, and as you guys know, I'm here to share light on a couple of US dollar pairs that we trade. For those that have been following my channel, you might have noticed that for the past few weeks now, I haven't really made a video on the US dollar pairs that I always come on here to share light with you guys every weekend, and that's because the market has been very slow, moving sideways. No major direction on the market, and whenever the market is trending sideways like that, I don't really like to trade. I like to stay away from the market and watch what is really going on the market, because it's better not to trade than trading and losing money. So when there is no opportunity on the market, when there is no high probability setup on the market, I like to stay in the sideline and watch the markets, watch how things are playing because I don't like gambling. One thing I have learned on my years of trading is that anytime I gamble the market, I always end up losing money. So because of that, I have just been staying away from the markets, just always looking at my chart maybe once or twice a day, looking at what is going on the market, and we have been able to cut a couple of few short trades. If you are following the Telegram group, I called out Gbpusd last I think that was on Wednesday for sell, which I'm currently holding my position on sell, which is still on profit, but the market has been going sideways. But today, after working on the chart this weekend, after analyzing, going to the higher time frame like the monthly and the weekly, looking at which of the supply and demand, which time frame is really playing out, and I have come to notice something that I want to share with you guys on the chart. So without wasting much of your time, guys, let's quickly jump into this episode. And as you guys know, I always like to kick it off with the Euro USD chart. So first of all, we are going to look at the Euro USD daily time frame. So looking at my daily time frame here, you can see that my chart is well marked out and clean. And looking at this chart now is very simple. It's very simple to tell what is going on here. If you see what happened here, this market dropped here. We are on downtrend here, making lower low, lower high, lower low here, and we remove this daily demand zone here. This daily demand zone here got removed. So when this daily demand zone here got removed, I was expecting the market to maybe pull back a little bit and continue moving to the downside, but unfortunately that didn't happen. The markets keep on pushing to the upside and end up taking out this supply zone around here, then pull back, it push up again, but get almost close to this supply zone around here. This is a very strong daily supply zone here. As you can see, the market didn't really push into it. Then we had this drop here. This new demand zone that was created here got removed, and ever since then the market has been sideways here. But if we are looking at this area now, you will see that a new supply zone, a minor supply zone, has been created here, and ever since that supply zone has been created here, you can see the market push into it, then drop back. Then Thursday and Friday candle ended up like indecisive candle like so here. So looking at this chart now, what am I expecting to see here? And before we break it down more deeply, let's take a look at the CFTC data, the COT report spreadsheet. So let's look at what the high institutions are doing with their Euro USD position. If you are looking, this is my non-commercial Euro USD position, because on the CFTC data I only collect the non-commercials, because non-commercials are traders that trade like the retail traders, people that will place trade week to week, on every trading days. That's the non-commercials. That's the people I like to track what they are doing, because they are the ones that actually move the market based on short time period and the long time period. The commercials are The commercials are like investors, people that they can hold their trade for a couple of months. Commercials, even when the market, sometimes even when the market is dropping, the commercials might only be interested in buying even when the market is dropping. So that's why I don't always focus on what the commercials are doing. I only like to focus on what the non-commercials are doing. So this is the CFTC website that I use. If you are wondering where I get the data from, this is the website here. But on this website, one thing I always do is the data is always submit to the CFTC on Tuesday, but they release the data every Friday. So what I always like to do is every Friday, once they release the data on the website, I created my spreadsheet where I jot down the data every week. Here I collect the data, I add it to my spreadsheet every week, because you have to understand that you can't just go to the CFTC website every week once the data is released. Then you look at the numbers there, you use it to go and start trading or make a trading decision. You can't put 4 to 5 weeks or 2 months data off your head. So the best thing to do is just to try and create your own spreadsheet, design it in whichever way you like I did. If you look at my spreadsheets here, you will see that I have the long, short, total position, change in long, change in short, and their net position. And I collect these data, I look at their long position, I look at the short, I look at the total position, I look at the change in their long and the change in their short to use it to make my trading decision. And that's just how I collect the data, because this data helps me a lot. Because if I see for like 4-5 weeks now that the high institutions, which are the people that moves the market, has only been interested in selling, they have been aggressively adding to their sell position and taking profit on their long position. That's giving me inner information on where the market makers are more focused on. So me knowing that they are more bullish or they are more bearish, so with that in back of my mind, even on the chart, when I'm analyzing my chart, if I'm seeing a setup that does not match with what the high institutions are doing, I will know that this is a trap. So what I will do is, even if when I'm trading against what the high institutions are doing, I will be alert. I will be very careful and always take my profit. Any trade I'm taking against what the high institutions are doing will be a short time. So till the markets start corresponding with what the high institutions are doing, the direction start being the same. So let's quickly look at the Eurusd data on what the high institutions are doing with their position. So we are going to start from let's start from June 4th, which is the first month. Looking here on June 4th, the high institution long position was 188,957, and on June 11th their long position went down to 187,697. Then on June 18th they reduced the long massively to you see they reduced the long with 16,000. They reduced it to 171,464. And June 25th, which was this previous Tuesday, which is the the current data that was released on Friday, they reduced it again with 167,370, which they reduce it with over 4,000. Let's take a look at their short position since June 4th. On June 4th here, you can see that their short position was 121,087. on June 11, they increased it from 121,000 to 144,000. You see the increase there. They increased it with 22,000. So they added aggressively to their short position. So on June 18th here, they increase it again from 144,000 to 163,000 here. They increase it with over 19,000. Then on June 25th, which was this last data that was released on Friday, they increased it from 163,000 to 175,000. They increased it with over 12,000. So what do you notice here now? This from June 4th to this current data. Now, what are you noticing here on the high institution position? On the non-commercial position, what are you noticing here? You will see that they have been reducing their long position while they have been aggressively adding to their short position. But if we look at the charts here, you will see that since they have been adding to their short position aggressively, that the market has not been dropping down massively like we should be seeing. So with that, now what am I looking at here on this market? If you take a good look at here now, like I said, you will see that a new supply has been created here, which the market has been on that area ever since this supply zone got created here. So for the coming week, what am I expecting? I'm expecting that even if once the market open for the coming week and we see a push into here, I expect to see something like this, possibly something like this to happen. I expect this demand zone here to be taken out, so we come into this demand here. That's what I'm expecting to see on the market. I'm expecting this market to start dropping, because if the high institutions has been reducing their long on Euro USD, and they have been aggressively increasing their short position, so we should be expecting to see a massive drop on Euro USD. That's what I'm expecting to see on the market, because the high institution, the people that are moving the market, they are not interested in longing the market for now. Like with what we are seeing on the data, they are not interested in longing Euro USD. We are seeing them reducing their long and increasing their short position. So I'm expecting to see something like this, for this demand zone here to be removed. If you look, this market dropped to this demand zone here. Ever since it dropped to this demand zone, if they want to use this demand to move price, by now we should have been seeing a move to the upside, to somewhere around this area, because this, you can as well call this a supply zone here. Like this. So if this market, if they actually want to use this area to move the price to the upside, by now we should be seeing a move to the upside, maybe to come into here before we see that major drop. But because of this demand zone around this area here that I got removed, so if you see, if you are familiar with supply and demand, you will know that anytime a supply or demand zone got removed, we expect to see maybe a slight push to the upside or to the downside. As this is a demand zone now, as this demand zone got removed now, this move is expected to see this a little push to the upside before we start dropping, which is what is currently happening here now. So for me, I'm not looking for a buy on Euro USD for now. I'm bearish on this pair, because that's what the high institutions are doing. And if we are to count market structure here, if we can call this a higher high here, higher low, higher high, we can take this as a break of structure. And you see, when this gap happened here, after this gap happened, you see this massive candle here, to fill up this gap and continue dropping to the downside. So if you look here now, you see that this market, what I'm actually looking for here is a move to the downside, which I'm waiting for that confirmation. I'm waiting for that confirmation to start for this drop to happen. How long is it going to drop to the downside? I don't know, depending on what the high institutions are doing with their position for the coming week. But if this market start dropping from here, I see a confirmation here, maybe something like a bearish engulfing here. I will likely going to place my trade off this daily time frame, and my stop loss will be somewhere above this supply zone here. Then I will be looking to ride it to around this area, to this monthly key level here. That's what I'm going to be looking to do. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Looking at the 4-hour time frame here, you see what happened here. See this trend line got removed, and I don't like calling, I can't call this where the break of structure happened. I like to wait to get a deeper confirmation to be very clear with the direction of where I'm actually trading, because trading is a business, and some people doesn't really understand that trading is very difficult, and knowing how to analyze charts is a different thing. Knowing when to execute trade and knowing how to manage the trade is a different thing. And some people comes into this forex trading space, they expect to join your Telegram group. Every week you will be dropping trade ideas, they will be making millions. If that's how easy it is, every trader will be a billionaire by now. Trading is very difficult, because one thing you have to understand is that you are playing against the most intelligent people, the most intelligent system in the world. That's why some people call trading gambling, because we are playing with people that are more intelligent than us. Everything we do on this market, the high institutions knows. They know where our stop loss is. They know when we are placing trade. So with that, for you to win in this market, you have to be very conscious. You have to have a deeper understanding apart from chart analysis, and your discipline has to be high in that. You have to know when to take trade and when to stay away from the market, because without knowing all these things, you can jump into trading for the first week or the second week or a month. You have what they call beginner's luck. Every trade you take, even without analyzing, you see that you are making profit. But once that beginner's luck session got passed, you will see that you will be blowing accounts weeks to weeks. So the most important thing is this market is to have a deeper understanding apart from knowing how to analyze that. That's why I've come across many traders that join our Telegram group, and when they see that we don't post chat for like a day or two or a week, they will remove themselves from the group. And I don't just understand it, because all I do is give out everything I know for free. And I know a lot of people that charge money for a private group or sell course that are not even as good as I am in this market. But still on with that, I made it a duty to myself to comes on here to make this video and share light with you guys. But some people still doesn't appreciate it, which is very funny to me. But nevertheless, that is not going to discourage me, because I know the real traders that are seeing helps with what I'm doing. It's better to have like 10 to 20 people that are actually following what you are teaching them, and you see that they are making a good progress with what you are teaching, than having 100 millions of nuisance people around. So I don't really care about people that are not patient enough to learn how to trade and go with gradually process. I don't care about those people. So that's just the simple truth. So let's get back into the chart. So you see here, this break of structure happened here. We had this lower low. This demand zone got removed with this weak candle here. We have this lower high here. We have this lower low here. Then we have this lower high here. Since then, the market has been consolidating, between this lower low here and this lower high here. So it's possible for the market, when the market open, it's possible for us to see something like this. before we see that drop, because this demand zone here is definitely going to be removed. So this is what I'm expecting. And trendline traders now, when they see that, okay, look, now they see that this trend line has been removed. If trendline traders, they will be like, once this market pull back and retest this trend line, they are going to take this trade from here. But if you are going to take a buy trade from here, just know that you are counter trading. Anything can happen. So what I'm expecting to see here possibly is for this market to come here, sweep off this liquidity here, then drop, because liquidity matters a lot. Understand how liquidity works on the market matters a lot. If you look at here now, this place now, a lot of people that have taken a sell here, all of them will put their stop loss somewhere like this here. They will put their stop loss somewhere. They will put their stop loss somewhere like this here. And the people that the market makers knows where your stop loss is. So what they are going to do is push the market into this stop loss here, sweep off this liquidity here before dropping the market. So that's what I'm expecting to see on EURUSD for the coming week. But I want to go deep into this EURUSD pairs with you guys. Okay, let me go to a weekly chart. So here on this weekly time frame here, looking at what is going on this weekly time frame here, you can see that this market pushed to the upside. This supply zone here got removed, the market dropped. If you look at here now, let me use this. If you look at here now, this is a break of structure. Okay, this is a break of structure here. This is a lower low. This is a lower high. So we are expecting a lower low here, because since that this market made this higher high, higher low, higher high, then it made a lower low here, then it made a lower high here. Ever since then, this market, we are expecting to see a lower low here. So I'm expecting to see something like this, to come into this weekly demand. This is what I'm actually expecting from this market, because one thing with supply and demand as a trader is that if you can afford to pay for trading view, pay for the plus account so that you have 4 chart setup. Actually, for me, I'm not using the plus account. I'm using the lesser one that only offers 2 chart setup. That's why you see here, this is my major pairs that I trade. On here, I pull up another broker with the same pairs that I trade. So I use a different broker to mark out the weekly and the monthly supply and demand. So here is my major chart, which I only mark out the 4-hour and the daily supply and demands. Then these ones are different charts that I put here, that I mark out the weekly and the monthly demand zones here, because as a supply and demand trader, you have to know which time frame is actually playing out. Because sometimes if you are looking at only the daily time frame supply and demand, or 4 hours time frame supply and demand, you won't really get a clear picture of what is actually going on the market. So you have to go into a bigger time frame, like the weekly time frame and the monthly time frame, to see if the monthly time frame is the time frame that is playing out, or if the weekly time frame is the one that is playing out. And right here now, for me, the time frame that is currently playing out here is the weekly, because if the weekly here break of structure, lower low, lower high, and ever since then this market hasn't made a lower low here. So I'm expecting to see, no matter what happens here, I'm expecting to see a lower low. And where do we have our next major demand zone, which the high institutions used to move the market? This is where that demand zone is. So I'm expecting for this area here, this liquidity here, to be swept, for this market to come into this weekly demand zone here. Then if I see a momentum start building to the upside, that's when I will start looking into buying looking for a buy trade here to start pushing back to the upside. That's if this weekly demand zone is going to hold, which I believe if this market gives a confirmation from here and start dropping, I believe that this weekly demand zone here is going to hold. So that's all for Euro USD, and I hope you guys are finding what I'm explaining on all these charts helpful, because I want every one of us that are watching this video to see look into the market with a different angle from what everyone on Twitter and Instagram are posting. And one thing I always tell people is that you can't jump into trading with $500, $1,000 and expect to grow it into 10,000 within a month. That's not possible. Trading is a gradually process. In trading, there are a lot of business out there that cannot give you 10% a return in a month, or even 5% return in a month. So if you make 5% return of your capital in a month, that's a massive progress, that's massive profit. So you shouldn't be looking to turn $1,000 to $10,000 in a month, because that's not possible. For me, I don't flip accounts. I take my trade gradually to build my account, because what thing that happens with flipping accounts is after you flip the account, you will see that any little mistake, you end up losing all the whole money. So that's why I don't flip account. I wait for a good opportunity in the market before taking a trade. So we have break down what I'm expecting on Euro USD for the coming week. Let's jump to GBP USD, which is the one I'm currently holding a trade on. If you are on my Telegram group, you are following the Telegram group, I called out the GBP USD trade somewhere around here on the Telegram group, and everyone on the Telegram group that took this market is currently on profit. Actually, I jumped in with 2 positions here. When after this market dropped to here, I closed off 1 position, and I'm currently holding 1 position now, and I'm expecting this market to keep on dropping to the downside, because if you look here, after this happened, let's say this was a lower low, this was a lower low, this was a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, break of structure, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So this market consolidates here now, break of structure, then low here, lower high here. Now we are getting this lower low here. So all this move that is happening here, I'm expecting this market to continue dropping to the downside. This is my first target. Am I going to take this profit when the market hits here? No, because I don't expect this area to hold. This is a minor demand zone here. This is a minor demand zone, so I'm not expecting this minor demand zone to hold. So this is my first take profit. My first take profit will be somewhere around here. So let's look at what is happening on the daily time frame here. Okay, on the daily time frame here, if you look, on the 4-hour time frame here, if you look at the 4-hour time frame here, you will see break of structure, lower low here, lower high here, lower low here, lower high here. Now we are getting this lower low here. So this lower high, possibly if this market comes into here, hold on guys, if this market comes into here and I see opportunity here, I will add to my position and target this area. So that's what I'm expecting on GBP USD for the coming week. And let's quickly look at the GBP USD data. This is GBP USD non-commercial data. So let's look at what is happening for the past 4 weeks now. Looking at the past 4 weeks now, you will see that on June 4th, the long position of the high institution was 102,118. Then on June 11, 110,300. on June 18 here, they reduce it to from 110,000 to 105,900. Then on June 25, which is this last Friday data that was released, they reduce it again to from 105,000 to 102,000 here. And their short position since June, you see, look, okay, let me even use the last May 28. Look on May 28 here, their short position was 67,000. Then on June 4th, their position, they reduced it to 58,000. On June 11 again, from 58,900 to 58,100. Then on June 18, they increased it a bit with here. They increased their long a bit again here. See, they increased the long from 58,100 to 58,200. Then on this last Friday data here, they increased the long with over 200. They added 200 to their short, 58,499 here. So they have been adding, but they are adding to the short is they are not yet aggressive. You see, the previous 2 weeks that they added to their short position, what they added to the short is not aggressive here. So if you take a look at it here, you see it's not aggressive at all. But look at their long position here. They reduce 4,000, they reduce 3,000. So they are reducing their long aggressively, while their shorts, what they are adding on their shorts is not that aggressive. So that's telling us that there is currently profit taking going on GBPUSD here, which is actually corresponding with what we are seeing on our charts here. Look at the chart here now. You see that the chart is corresponding. This chart is clearly showing a downtrend, which I prefer the daily time frame. I actually call this trade out on the Telegram group from the daily time frame here. This was my entry, which I posted this after this massive candle drop. I posted my position on the Telegram group here. And if you want to join the Telegram group, I will leave the link to the Telegram group below this video, so you can feel free to join the Telegram group if you want to become part of us and gradually grow with us. Because the simple truth, our channel is not the channel that like other channel that you come across every day calling out trade that will be hitting your stop loss. I only calls out trade when I have a lot of confirmation, where at least if I have called out 10 trade for the past 2-3 months now, at least out of that 10 trades, 7 or 8 went successfully to exactly as we expected. So that's the goal. The goal is for the wins to be higher than the lose. So it's not always posting trade ideas, random trade ideas weeks to week. No, I don't do that, because what I'm doing here, I'm not after anybody's money. I do not collect a dime from anybody that I'll be in a rush to meet up with people's expectation. No, I'm actually here to show you guys how real trading works. Trading is just like other business out there, which if you don't handle it like business, it will end up being a gambling for you. That's just the simple thing about trading. So looking at this chart here, this chart has not yet lit for anyone that wants to join. Like I said, if I see a pullback, a push to the upside to the 4 hours the supply zone here, I will add to my sell position. Because if the market comes back to this area, that means it came back to my entry here. So if it comes back to my entry here and start dropping, I'll add to my position here and right to the downside. That's what I'm expecting for GBPUSD. Let's look at GBPUSD higher time frame. There's no need because the daily time frame and 4-hour time frame is showing us a clear direction. Okay, so let's look at AUD/USD. AUD/USD has been very stubborn. This is the only data that is not rhyming with others, because AUD has been aggressive to the upside. Even on AUDCD, the market has been going crazy, not making any major move. But like New Zealand CD that I actually called out, and the market is doing well. AUD has been different. This area here has been consolidating, and if you take a look at what is happening here, you will see this supply zone. This market has been on this supply zone for a very long time, pushing to the upside, pushing to the downside. Then we'll have this a triangle here, which I'm expecting to see something like this. I'm expecting to see something like this. This is what I'm expecting to see here. But the data of AUDCD is totally different, because even as other pairs are reducing their short position, reducing their long position and adding to their short position, AUD/USD on their position, or high institution position, they have been actually adding to their long and reducing their short, which is not corresponding with like GBPUSD, EURUSD, and DSY. It's not corresponding. Well, I'm not looking for long trade here until if I see this market push up and remove this supply zone here. I might be looking for a pullback to start longing to this next supply around this area, which that's not for me. Am I looking for that to happen? No, I'm actually looking to see this. I'm actually looking forward to see this market to drop and start corresponding with the rest US dollar pairs, because if GBPUSD is dropping, EURUSD is dropping, it will be. So I've never seen something like that. This should to be buying. If the rest are dropping, definitely, no matter what, this will play in and start dropping. So I'm still looking for this to drop. That's what I'm looking for. But for now, it has not yet given me confirmation. Am I going to be taking any trade here? No, because the data is not showing any sell signal. So you might want to use the retail sentiment and the retail sentiment to just take a sell here, because the DSY is bullish. Take a sell here, and the market will show you shaggy and continue to the upside. So since the data is not corresponding with others, I'm going to be staying away from this one and just focus on EURUSD and GBPUSD. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Looking at the 4-hour time frame here, if you look at the 4-hour time frame here, you see that the sellers with the retail sentiment, as you guys know, I always track the retail sentiments on mostly only on the US dollar pairs, because the retail sentiment only plays out accurate with the US dollar pairs. If you are using it on every other pair, one thing I've noticed is that they don't normally play out just like it does on the US dollar pairs. In other pairs you can see 95 or the retail sentiment on 95, and you expect it, since it's on 95, 98, that's their mass out number, that the market will start moving to the other direction, and you will see maybe 1-2 candle and it will continue. So it doesn't really play out accurate in other pairs as it does with the US dollar pairs. So this is one thing about trading. You have to know what works with these pairs and what works with which pairs, because every strategy does not work with in every pairs. Only the strategy that works the same in every pairs is knowing what the high institutions are doing with their data and price action. Well, in just like indicator, that's why one of the reasons why I don't use indicator, because if you are using indicator, the indicator you are using to trade maybe EURUSD or gold, If you use it in any another pair, you see that same confirmation that is giving you in this pairs, if it gives you in other pairs, if you take them, you see that it doesn't really play out. That's why I don't trade with indicator. I just focus on price action, the high institution data, and my supply and demand. That's just my trading. I like to keep it simple. Sorry guys, I like to keep it simple, very simple. So when you keep it this simple, you will see that you always get the high quality setups, which is what matters. Sometimes in trading you can stay for a month or two without making money, and one good week can make you what people that has been jumping in and out of that market for a month or two has not made. You can stay for like 2 months without taking a trade and wait for that good quality setup. One good quality setup can make you 20 to 30% return on your capital. So check if you are trading $10,000 accounts and you had the patience, the discipline to stay for and wait for a quality setup. When that quality setup shows out and that quality setup end up making you like 30% return on your account, that's massive. So that's the kind of setup I always look out for. And looking at here now, we see that this supply zone got created here. This movement here is not clean arrival, but we are still going to trade it. So here, am I looking to take a sell here? No, because there is a possibility for this market to volatile this supply zone and come around this area. So if I see this supply zone here holding and this market start dropping, I will be looking for a confirmation, to sell this market. That's just what I'm looking for here. I'm not really interested in AUD USD for now. Even if I'm going to trade AUD USD, I'll be watching this daily time frame. So let's look at good. So if you guys, for those of you that has been following me, you will know that for the past 2-3 months now, I haven't really been trading good much. Why I stopped trading good? I stopped trading good around this area because I see that we break the all-time high, and the movement on good is no more clean. This movement is no more clean, and ever since then, guys, I need to drink water, but let me quickly finish this video. Ever since then, we created this supply zone here. This market dropped. We had this rally here. Actually, I called out this trade here live. I called out this trade and this drop happened, and I swear here on the 4-hour time frame I called out this trade and this drop happened. And the last good chart that I posted on the group, was after this bullish engulfing here. I expect this market to come into this supply. It's even possible for this supply to get removed and come here. That's what I'm actually looking for. I'm not bearish on gold. I'm more bullish than bearish, because we are still going to look at the data on gold. We are still going to look at the data to see what the high institutions are doing with their good position. But let me quickly go back to AUD USD data to show you guys why I said I'm not going to be trading AUD USD. Sorry guys, we are going to come back to this good, but let me quickly make this very clear why I said I'm not interested in trading AUD USD. So if you look at here now, since June, on June 4th, their position was 51,000. On May 28th was 53,892. Then on June 4th, they reduced it to 51,661. Then on June 11th, they reduced it to 45,540. Then on June 18, they increased it to 55,699, which this increase, I see it as a profit taking. They increase it to push the market up to take profit on their long. Then on June 25th, same thing, they increased it, which is this last data, they increase it again to 64,620. See, the last 2 weeks they have been increasing their long. On June 18 they increased it with over 10,000. They added 10,000 to their 10,000 position on their long, and on June 25 they added another 8,000 on their long. You see why I say that the data is not corresponding with just like Euro USD and GBP USD. Then look at here, their position on June, their position on short on June 4th was 102,964. On June 11th they increased it to 110,000. Then on June 18 they reduced from 110,000 to 97,000. Then on June 25 they reduced from 97,000 to 88,000. You see, they are reducing their long. Why they are increasing? They are reducing their short. Why they are increasing their long? You see that this data is not corresponding with others. And let's look at what they are doing with their DSY position. You see DSY position on June. Look what their DSY position they have been doing with their DSY position. On June 4th, 26,800. On June 11th, 26,458. On June 18 they increased it to 30,000. So they added over 3,700. Then on June 25th they increased it to 31,900. They added 1,700. You see, the high institutions are adding to their long position on DSY. Why on short position from 21,000? You see, 24,000, 21,000, they reduced from 21,000 to 12,000. You see, they cut off massively on their short, showing that they are more interested in long than short on DSY. Then from 12,000, as they increase here, they increase their short a bit from 12,000 to 14,000. You see, they increase their short with 1,800, which the number on their long position is still much bigger than their short. So with the way the data is actually looking now, for me, I'm still bullish on DSY, which we are still going to go into DSY charts to look at it, because I want you guys to have a deeper understanding. That's why this video is going to be long, but I'm making this video because I don't just make video for just setup. I make video like education video, to educate you guys on what is actually going on the market. So let's go back to gold. Okay, looking at gold here, like I was saying, the last chart I posted on the Telegram group on gold was somewhere around here. After this bullish engulfing form, I told you guys that I'm actually looking at gold to continue to the upside, because gold data is massively bullish, which we are going to look at the gold data right now. So after this bullish engulfing on Thursday, then Friday candle close with this, will you call it a spinning top or doji, whatever you like to call it. It closed with this, so it's possible when the market open we see a candle down, before we see a move to the upside, which gold is not really clear. That's why I've been staying off gold, guys. Am I going to be trading this gold for now? No, I'm just going to stay aside and see what is really playing on gold. So let's look at gold data. Okay, so looking at gold data here, on June 4th here, their position, okay, let's use May. On May 28th here, you see their position was 286,737. On June 4th, they reduced it to 284,566. Then on June 11th, they reduced it to 276,769. Then on June 18 they increase it. You see, this increase is bigger than what it was 2 weeks ago. They increase it from 276,000, they increase it to 287,147. Then this last Friday data, you see they reduce the gold again. They reduce their gold position slightly from 287,000. They reduce it to 284,800. While on their short, look at the short position here. On May 28th, their short position was 50,152. Then on June 4th, they reduced their short position to 47,000. Then on June 11, they reduced it to 42,000. On June 18, they increased it a bit to 44,000. On June 25th, which was the last data, you see, they reduce it to 38,000. They reduce it with over 5,000. What are you seeing here? Their long position is more aggressive than the short. So if you are looking to sell good for now, for me, that's not a good idea. Yes, if you caught this good trade around here, if you have caught this good trade around here and you were able to hold it to now, is still advisable, more reasonable to still hold on to your short. But if you are looking to short good around here and hold the short, that's a bad idea, because the data is clearly showing us that the high institutions are aggressive on their long on good than on their short, and this market is currently playing around our demand zone. This supply zone here is just one big candle aggressively, which I will call this supply zone a minor supply zone. So this is the supply zone I'm actually looking at here. That's why I said, if when the market open I see a candle push to the downside here, maybe the candle is not the bearish candle is not that aggressive to the downside, like the move to the downside maybe I end up closing with a big wick. So I'll be looking for maybe Tuesday, Wednesday candle to be bullish candle, which if I see that the bullish candle is very healthy and strong, I might take a trade with a very small loss size on good and look for this supply zone to be removed. Yeah, but for me, for now, the best thing to do on good now, if you are trading a small capital, is just to stay away and focus on the US dollar pairs. That's all for good. So let's look at good on the 4 hour. Looking at the 4 hour here, you see that structure got break here. We had this lower low here. All this happened. The supply zone got removed. This liquidity here got swept, then push here. We got another lower low. So this lower low, let's say lower high, then lower low here, lower high, then here something like equal low here. Then we are seeing this. So it's looking at from the 4 hour direction, you can possibly look for something like this. Maybe if this market from here continue pushing to the upside, to push into this supply zone here. And if you see a good trade opportunity here, the good started dropping, it's more advisable to wait to see something like this before shorting good. If you are looking for short, that's all for good. For me, I'm not really interested in good. See, I see either of this. Neither I see this market push here and respect this supply, because this is a clean arrival. This clean arrival here has played out here. It has played out here. It's possible when the market opens for this market to continue pushing to come to this demand. That's why I said, when the market opens on Sunday nights, which is this today, when the market open this night, if Monday candle, I see something like this market push here into here, and probably start giving me a bullish sign, I might consider taking a buy, because the data is more showing aggressive to the upside and to the downside. That's why I said good is not clear. but like I always said, I'm only sharing my own ideas with you guys. It's all up to you what you want to do. It's all up to you if you want to take my advice and add to your own analysis to help you to make a good trading decision, or you just want to gamble the market and do whatever you wish. So let's look at the last one, which is going to be DSY. Okay, looking at DSY here, we all see that DSY is very bullish. This supply zone here got removed. The market push to the downside a bit, then move up here, and ever since then we are seeing something like this. So it's possible when this market open for this market to continue pushing to the upside, and it's possible for us to see maybe a slight move to retest this new demand zone here before we see that major move to the upside. That's what I'm expecting on DSY. That's what I'm expecting on DSY. Looking at the 4-hour here, there's nothing much going on here. You can see that this market is bullish. There's no clean trend line here to be drawn. If we had to put a trend line like this, let's say like this, with this market, is it possible for this market to come back to this area, then continue to the upside? That's possible. That's 100% possible. But for me, I think this market is going to keep moving to the upside from here. I think this market is going to keep moving to the upside. Though the why I put in this demand zone here. This demand zone here has been removed already. This demand zone has been removed, but because it shied up immediately, it removed the demand zone, it continue moving to the upside. That's why I'm still leaving it here. You can call this a fake out. That's why I'm still leaving it here. So I'm expecting this DSY to continue to the upside based on what the data is telling us. My chart, my trading, I focus more. The CFTC data plays a big role on my trading. I like trading with the big boys. I like trading with the high institutions, the market makers. Trading in the same direction that they are trading will always give you a good trading reward than trading random with indicator. So guys, this is all for today, and I hope you guys find this video helpful. And if you are interested in joining the Telegram group, learning how to trade the forex market like a business, grow gradually like with me and the rest traders that are on the Telegram group, you can feel free to join the Telegram group, which I'm going to leave the link below on this video. But if you are looking for where to come on to have a winning trade every blessed day, and for me to be posting a trading signal every blessed day, that's not my group, because that's not what I do. But if you are looking for a place to grow gradually and follow me step by step, weeks to weeks, and see how I break down the markets with the high CFTC data and the supply and demand methodology, then my group is something that you should consider joining. Yes, I don't charge money, and that's why some people sees it, doesn't take it serious, because in this part of the world where we are, people always take what they paid money for more serious than what you are giving them out for free, which I don't blame them. But why I'm not charging anyone's money and I'm not into selling courses, because like I always say, I don't think I have those potential to sell course and to be that kind of person that always I'm not really that social media person. Because if you want to sell course For me, I don't believe that it's all about making video with what has happened 5 years ago, 10, 20 years ago, and post them, people to come and buy $100 and watch. After the person watched the video you made with what has happened 10, 50 years ago, you expect the person to become profitable. I don't think that's how trading works, because what my mentor taught me is that even with those videos, those course video you will put on for your traders to go and watch and use it to learn, how to trade, you still need to always make a video like session 1 class, session 2 class, session 3 class, every week to week, with what is currently playing out on the market, to give them guideline on how to trade. That's how you grow a trader. That's how you build a trader. But if you make video with what has happened 100 years ago, you upload them, you expect someone to go and watch the lines you mark. After watching them, then jump into the forex market and start trading and start making money. That's impossible. So I know that I don't have that time to always come do those class and stuff like that for now. That's why I'm not selling course and I'm not charging anybody money for anything. I'm actually using this for like a warm-up, trying to share my trading skills and how I break down the market with people now. With time, if I see that people are beginning to understand my style of trading and people are beginning to see it very helpful and more profitable traders are coming out, and I see that we are going, our teaching are going viral, we are having much traders coming into the community that I'm trying to build, then I might consider creating a course, a high standard course that will not just be based on the videos that I will make and upload on website for you guys to watch. I will as well have session 1 class, session 2, session 3 class, weeks to weeks, and I will always come on to share my trade ideas with you guys and give you guideline. And when I will be ready to do that, I won't be doing it alone. I will have my team. By then I'm like, why I'm actually doing this, I want to build traders that will understand my way of trading. I want to build traders that will understand my way of trading and understand how supply and demand, CFTC, actually works, become profitable with it. People that I can actually build a team with, then work together. We might create something big for you guys in the future. But for now, I'm just trying to build some good traders, which are currently, I have about 6 people that I have deep trust in, people that I know that they have been profitable for the past 6 months that I've been doing this, that I've been doing it with me, that I'm confident with, that they are taking it serious and they have learned a lot from me and they have managed to be profitable. Their skills is growing. So with time, the more we grow, I will keep on building more traders. So if you ever come across my video and you see the need to join the Telegram group, one thing I will promise you is that you will never regret joining our community if you calm down, to give it space of 6 months to 1 year process to grow. Because what I'm teaching here is real trading. I'm not here to sell dreams to you guys or sell lifestyle to you guys. No, I'm here to teach real trading, and real trading is boring. That's just the major truth, because real trading is not what you see out there, people posting million profit. One thing you guys don't understand is that most of these mentors that sell, because they pay influencers to advertise them, and they can create like 5 demo accounts where they will open with 50-50 lot size on buy, like 10 position, then they will open 50-50 lot size on sell position in 2 different demos. So whichever ones that shows that massive profit, they will screenshot it and post for you guys that they are making millions. Trading is not that easy. just like one Twitter space that we're on, a guy that said that he deposited 60 million on his trading community, tried creating a fake, a scam profile and stuff like that. Where this guy disappointed himself is that, every trader, both Jomo, there's a guy called Jomo on Twitter, he's very good. We asked this guy to upload his my FS book, his trading record, the trading track on my FS book. This guy doesn't even know what is my FS book. So you call yourself a trader that you are profitable, that have seen over $60 million to fund in your community that you are creating for traders, and you don't know what is my FS book. So only that little lie, everybody was abusing this guy. A whole lot of people came out complaining they paid him money for live one-on-one coaching, he did not show up, they buy his Signal and Bleach account and all those things. So, and that's the kind of people that most majority traders like to follow. We like to follow where we see lies, not where we see actual what is going on. But I'm not here to preach. I know that good traders, people that are willing to learn, once they come across someone that is giving a valuable information, they will already know and they will stick with that person, which I've been seeing that in a couple of traders that are in my community, and some of them always reach out to me. We chat, we even talk on the phone, talk about the market, which I'm grateful for everyone that are on the group. So I'm not going to go on and keep on talking because this video is getting too long, so I think I'm going to end it here. So I hope you guys find this one helpful, and if you watch this video, please do me a favor by subscribing to the channel. That's all I'm asking. Let's subscribe to this channel. Let's grow this channel together so that we can start going live on YouTube, trading live on YouTube. That's my actual goal. I want to start trading live on YouTube, so you guys should keep on subscribing to the channel. And if you find the video helpful, you can as well share it with your friends and invite other of your friends to our YouTube channel and as well our Telegram group. So you guys have a wonderful week ahead. I wish everybody a beautiful week ahead. God bless you all.